Hi, I'm Goldmoon. She, her pronouns. I'll be playing Gobloidus. He, him pronouns. It's a little happy-go-lucky goblin who's excited to get back in the dungeon.
There we go. Sorry, might have been having a little bit of issue on my end. Thank you, Goldmoon, for introducing. Welcome to Dungeon of the Mage. We're going to keep going. Druid, take us away.
Yes, I am the TheSeshCast, he, him. I'll be playing Hex Starchild, he, they. Hex was just going on patrol with the rest of his drow friends when these nasty intruders broke in and they had to show them what. And now we're gonna do spider things to their heads. And they deserve it too.
Amazing. What has Hex been like? Hex has been a lifetime member of this house, then, right?
Yeah, his entire life. Never worked anywhere else.
Absolutely.
Y'all ever have friends who are snakes?
Oh, hiss?
I'm just curious whether or not this Hex. Do you know what the name of the house is?
But we just call it the Drow Boys.
Of course.
The Drow Boys.
Us and the Drow Boys. Getting up to mischief, of course. Okay, naturally, the Drow Boys, of course. Thank you so much. And next we have Mish.
Yes, I am MishroomSoup, pronouns he, she. I'm going to be playing Melkiel, pronouns he, him. Not too enthused to be back in the dungeon, but I'm enthused to be back, so he has to deal with it.
Amazing. And last but certainly not least, we have Werewolf.
Hello. My name is Wherewolfbf, and my pronouns are they, them. I am playing Henrietta Alumax, last of her line. And honestly, she's just too pretty for this.
Amazing. Isn't that just the case? And we have one last final friend that we have to invite.
Now recording.
My boyfriend.
There's Craig.
Craig.
I was like, oh.
I was about to be so gagged. I was like, Timbo's secret guest. Wow.
Yeah, no. What a reveal, right? Sorry, forgot about Craig. Gotta have your boy Craig. All right.
But so is Craig a bard or?
Craig is an omniscient being that listens to everything that gets said and takes it down in a note.
He's like the Watcher.
He's like the Watcher. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Watcher for sure.
Oh, no spells. Okay, boo.
Yeah, no spells. Amazing. So when we last left our party, they were in a sticky predicament indeed. Arriving on the third floor and doing a little bit of investigation, they discovered a very heavy drow presence, as well as several spiders and other creepy crawlies that were lurking around corners. Before they ended up getting a little too stuck in a certain combat, and with 3/4 of them falling, Melkiel, Gobloidus, and Henrietta, with only Hex barely able to get out by disguising himself and saving his own skin with a nat 20 deception roll. We
lie, everybody.
And that's the moral of this story. Just keep lying until the good thing happens. So we join our party. So Hex, you see, we're just gonna pick up directly after that. Hex, you see the group being like a discussion happening between clearly the high matriarch, high priestess of Lolth, and like a higher up subordinate. They talk very curtly for a few brief moments before the bodies are the bodies of your friends are picked up and started to move back towards the north where you came from. What do you do?
I will go and pretend like I'm helping carry Henrietta.
As you reach forward, the matriarch of the clan will hiss at you and say something to you in Undercommon. Do you speak Undercommon?
I look at her and I go, oh, 1 second, and then I just turn over, cast tongues on myself.
Gotta make a deception check as you cast magic.
Okay.
If you're trying to be sneaky about it, it sounds like you are.
Yeah, of course. 24.
Okay. I'm gonna make it opposed. I'm gonna make opposed perception. you see as she doesn't seem to notice. In fact, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay, all right. As I do now understand all languages. Oh, 21. Okay. I was gonna say I only got a +2. May not be too good. 21.
Nice. You recognize that as you turned away from the individual, the priestess, you recognize that like some of the other like kind of lower ranked drow maybe have noticed the casting of the magic, but they don't speak up in this moment as you do so. And as you turn back to her, she says, "Inferior, when I speak to you, you'll respond. What do you think you're doing touching the holy vessel?"
Oh, the holy vessel. I look at her and I go, "Oh, I apologize. My greatness. I was only trying to assist in moving them."
You know you are not ordained in order to touch the vessels. That will be, and she looks over at the higher lieutenant. There'll be 30 lashes for that one. And the higher lieutenant like gives a curt nod.
Oh no. I will accept my lashes. I'm guessing the higher lieutenant is able to touch the vessels, though.
Absolutely not. Only those who have been blessed by law themselves are able to do so. But why are you even asking? Get back to work. Keep cleaning up these bodies. And she ignores you. She just like curtly moves on.
All right, I'll just start cleaning up. I'll go clean up bodies. Gosh.
Nice. Yeah, as you're cleaning up these giant spiders, they begin to like drag your friends away to back towards the north. Yes.
I'll just kind of watch and I'll mouth. I'll find you.
Who? Mouthing to who?
Just the air to literally no one.
Gross.
Amazing. The drow drag you away to the north as you all are unconscious, and you find yourselves in this kind of nebulous state as you are taken away. Following, so we smash cut to a little bit later. Mel, you are still unconscious, but I'm gonna ask, what do you think, Mish, what do you think was the last thing that Mel was thinking of before they fell asleep?
The first thing Mel would have thought about before he fell asleep was this was a big mistake. Like coming here was a huge mistake, and wishing that because he initiated the last fight, and wishing that he had listened to his gut instead of initiating the fight, trying to refocus everybody.
Excellent. So you're like, this thought like manifests and crystallizes in your mind as you in this state of unconsciousness, and as you are thinking about this, there is this moment where you kind of, it like almost very dreamlike, you suddenly are there, right? You, as if you had always been there, right? And you realize, what do you think it would look like a meeting space with your god Adur would look like?
It would be just like first there would be this vast field, or they would be on top of a hill that's cresting over long like there's long grass, there's wheat swaying, there's abundant crops further down the hill, there's streams, there's a waterfall coming from the heavens, and it's going towards like a windmill, not a windmill, a watermill, but it's going through like a watermill, and that's being made to, for grain, and there's just like the sound of animals, and everything is very peaceful, very warm, and it just smells like fresh earth and home.
Amazing. And there you find yourself, and with that you also find yourself seated at just a lovely picnic. Fresh products of the farmland are there, and seated across from you is a familiar face. It almost as if the face of your partner. But then as you take another glance at it, take another look, it kind of shifts, and it's the face of like the person that got you, that brought you into the faith, right? And it continues to shift to like different individuals. And as it looks down at you, the being smiles, and they go, Melkiel, it's really nice to be able to meet you, although this is not the circumstances I would have liked. They take a long sip of tea. I think in this moment, as a worshiper of Idor, you just know it hits you, right?
Oh, there was the shock and awe, and especially seeing like his partner's face first. There was an immediate like an apology, but now everything is barreling down on him, and he just averts his gaze and looks down at the blanket like into an immediate, a bow of respect, and just like, this is, I'm gone.
Oh,
I'm,
and Idor giggles. Not quite.
why did you bring me here? Not that I'm ungrateful, of course, but I only imagined meeting you whenever my time was up.
Yes, that's usually the way of things. Although for certain individuals and certain chosens, it is those rules can be maybe a little bit more flexible. And he'll smile. You have gotten yourself into a little bit of a predicament, haven't you?
I have, and it was my own arrogance that brought me here, as much as I hate to admit it.
They like nod slowly to your response, and they say, self-reflection is the first path to personal growth, but you cannot reflect on a broken mirror, at least not as easily.
Mel lifts his gaze just a little bit and is just, does this, is this a second chance?
I wanted to offer that to you. However, it would come at a price. I find you fascinating, Melkiel Dryur, and as a result of that, I have extended a birth of influence to you as a gift. However, this place that you find yourself now, the place that your partner finds themselves, it is verging beyond my reach. And as much power as I might have, you and they are beginning to slip beyond that grasp. And if I were to be able to help you and your group, the cheese lovers, as it was, Idor smiles very wryly to themselves as they say it.
Blushes. Oh my god, I'm mortified. My god knows this dumb team name.
Then it would take resources from others potentially deeper in the dungeon.
Oof. would I be able to reach and help them if it took those resources, or would I be damning them?
There is a level of protection that I have extended to them that would be lessened as a result of this. But I have in all faith that you would be able to reach them before anything fatal would be able to occur to them. If you've continued at your current pace, you have been making swift work of the floors thus far.
Mel nods. He can only imagine that his partner is deeper down, and that is also that it's also extending to him. But also, there's not too much of a choice. I will accept this incredibly gracious boon. If there's anything else I can add to it, even at the cost of my own self, just so they could have a little bit more protection. I do trust in myself and my allies, but I wouldn't be able to live with myself if my choices are what caused someone to fall.
They smile and say, I would expect nothing less from you, Melkiel. What would you be willing to sacrifice?
Oof. Ooh. Elves live a long time, huh? Okay. Mel chews on that for a while, and he just bows his head and says, I've stopped serving you directly, and I have been stationed thus far. I will continue my travels as I used to do, and I will give you more decades that I will give you the decades of my life that I should have dedicated myself to on the road, spreading your goodwill and your word.
I find that trade to be more than acceptable. May I make a counteroffer to you?
Of course.
I have an interest deeper within the dungeon that I am not quite ready to reveal yet. However, it would behoove me to have an individual down there of your potent skills to be able to assist with that nature.
Absolutely. Like, he just furrows his brows a little bit. He's like, absolutely. Would there be anything I need to look out for? A symbol, a phrase?
I hate to be this mysterious, but you will know the signs when you see it. And again, they'll smile. And I think in that moment, as they do so, they are like as shining as like the vibrant sun over a field of wheat. Just the hard beating sun like shining down on farmland.
Mel just basks in it, and yeah, it's going to accept.
Yes, as you bask in that warmth and as your acceptance happens, even like wordlessly, you find yourself waking up. You are bound and taut, and there is a moment of deep confusion as you find yourself upside down, and you realize the world slowly comes back. Sorry, let me read this lovely box text that we have here. The world slowly comes back into being. You hang about 10 feet above the stone floor, wrapped in the arachnid embrace of a cocoon. You struggle feebly, hopelessly. Your body pulses with pain. There's poison raging in your veins. You can feel it there, howling, quivering to begin its life by ending yours. The truth you soon realize is far more horrifying. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you make out foul shapes attached to your body. Sacks in which things squirm, things with far too many legs. You look past the webbed prison and see the corpses of past victims, dangling and ruptured from past births. So you see, with your dark vision, you can see Henrietta is hanging upside down. It appears that they have. You see that the spider egg sac is attached to your abdomen, and it looks to be about a foot or so in kind of bulbous diameter. You see Henrietta has one as well, also hanging upside down to your right. They are placed on their chest. You do not see Gobloidus currently. And it seems like everybody else is unconscious. You seem to be the only person to have awoken. It has been, for meta's sake, it's been about 30 minutes since you passed out, since the battle was lost.
Okay. And I'm restrained, but did they like tape my mouth?
No, they did not. You see that there are like maybe as well as you kind of looking around, you see that there are a couple spiders kind of just moving about, like kind of just tending to things, but they haven't really. They definitely have not noticed that you are awake, and they kind of just seem to be in maintenance mode.
Okay. But they are definitely close enough that if I did do a spell, they would immediately know what was up.
Probably depends on the spell. They are kind of like what's the word? They're moving around with usual pathing, right? They're doing like a general routine of going about to the different things, making sure they're all sutured and just checking on stuff. So you could definitely try to find a moment where it would be sneakier for you to do whatever you have planned. What were you thinking?
Stealth, my bread and butter. I'm going, or Henrietta's still knocked out, so would probably want to wait until she gets up. But would want to try and find Gobloidus and, oh God, where is Matcha? My baby, my child.
Absolutely. So you're just trying to, from this restrained upside down position, see if you can angle to find spot Gobloidus and Matcha.
Yeah. I don't have locate person prepared. Ooh, yucky. Okay. I have locate object. Wait, I have locate object. So yeah, just for now, trying to look around, get my bearings, and maybe pop a spell once I see Henrietta start to stir.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make me a perception check as you're at disadvantage as you're restrained upside down, taking a look around to see if you can spot Gobloidus.
Oh, but my eyes are so good in the dark. Okay, let's see. Salvantage. Oh, I guess it's a natural one. I have web in my eye.
Yeah, it's just like you are stuck tight and upside down. You cannot move very much past the point that you kind of are hanging upside down at, and there's just like two pillars directly in your way that you just cannot see past. So okay, so you're gonna, and in that case, you're gonna wait till Henrietta wakes up.
Yeah, Mel's just gonna hang out, wait for Henrietta to become conscious and try to, I don't know, try to formulate a plan.
Gotcha. So we're gonna hard cut back to Hex. Hex, it's been a little bit of time. You've kind of you've moved back after the bodies have been cleaned up in the 30 or so some odd minutes since Melkiel woke, and the priestess has since taken your friends' corpses, or your friends' bodies. I don't want to say corpses. That's a little extreme. That's a little far.
Preemptive.
A little preemptive. Thank you. They've taken your friends' bodies to someplace you probably recognize, like to the north. What are you up to during this 30-minute time frame?
Okay. Could I have well, I don't want to go through too many of my spell slots before the big stuff happens. Um, I I would like to talk to one of the other workers just to see if they know where the. I go. I just can't wait till we get back after we're finished working, and then can I cast detect thoughts just to see if he's thinking about where we're going back to.
Sure. Does that what kind of components does the tech thoughts have? Verbal, somatic?
Let me double check. I believe it has. I think it's just verbal. But let me just detect thoughts, eos. Oh, it's all of them, and there's a copper coin involved.
Gotcha. Okay. And detect thought is detect thoughts concentration?
It is, yes, for 1 minute.
So that means you're gonna lose tongues, right?
I don't think tongues is concentration. Nope, just durability an hour, so I will not lose
Nice.
tongues.
Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. But it sounds like you want to do detect thoughts stealthily.
Yeah, I do. I want to try to get his surface level thoughts of where maybe he's just thinking about where, like, heading home, heading back.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and make that deception check as you detect thoughts sneakily.
18.
18. I think let me go and make a contested roll. The Drow worker doesn't notice as you're working on this. A male like yourself, he is kind of like in kind of shoddy rags, and is kind of just sweeping, like picking up the bodies and throwing it into a cart nearby. And they go, what do you mean? We're gonna go back to the barracks, like where we sleep. And you see an image of like the barracks in their minds.
Okay, did it look like we were heading north? He was like it's a north area, or
No, it's in the south. That's what you're seeing, an area in the south.
okay. Then I'll nod and I go, okay, well, yep, that's gonna be great. Can't wait. Oh, I think I see a body, and I'm gonna try to head towards the north.
Absolutely. I think that if you head off towards the north, they watch you go, but they don't say anything as you run off.
All right. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can track where my friends went.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and make a survival check.
Yikes. Okay. Survival can't be all that bad, can it? 17. 17, okay. I'm rolling good right now because I've been rolling terrible
You
for the
can't.
last little while.
You can't let them know you know. No, you fucked it up. You can't
No,
let
it's
them know you
okay.
know.
Amazing. Druid, or sorry, Hex rather. With the 17 survival, you know that the party was pulled off to the north. You like saw them taking that direction, and as you head off, you can clearly see like a trail of blood and blue blood-like fluid that Henrietta leaks when damaged, like trailing to the north.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I'm gonna just keep following, trying to be stealthy, keeping an eye out. Oh wait, I still have those bat wings, yeah?
I mean, yes, you do have bat wings. Yes.
Okay, I always want to like try to flap at like the top part of the ceiling so people don't see me if they're walking underneath.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check. I'm gonna say at normal, because I would say they would have advantage because of whatever stuff they've got going on, and at disadvantage, or advantage because of your because of the
my crazy bat wings.
yeah, because of the crazy bat wings, but disadvantage because they have they have insane dark vision. So 16. I'm gonna say let me roll. Yeah, you with very careful beats of your wings, you're able to avoid another very small patrol of drow that appear to be like wearing common clothing, kind of similar to the other male drow that you had encountered previously that are that were working and collecting the bodies and such. You're able
Did I
to
get
avoid
a
them.
good look at one of their faces?
Sure, yeah. He looks a lot like the drow that you're currently disguised as, although he has a different hairstyle.
Well, now I have that hairstyle.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.